Hey there, I welcome you all. I hope you guys are doing fine. I'm doing fine, and for today we are going to work some more onto this beautiful little outpost. But before doing that, I have to say you guys have actually been bombing the comment section, not only of this video but also the short that I made from this video, so thank you a lot for that. I did talk 3 comments with a reason out of it, and Jorn VDM is saying, why don't you start a server with sub people? I think it would be fun. I'm just going to say there will be something like that in the future, but there is a reason why it needs to be, because I want to make it special. I don't want to just open a server and then, you know, everyone just do whatever she liked. I want to give a challenge to the server. And also the reason why I'm not going to make it public, well, look at this comment of Blip0. He is saying, never place a home on an open server. People will rob you and dig underneath your home, or even claim your home as their own home. I quit for now, I might come back, but yeah, it's sick of grievers. Your home is not your home unless it's in a blue. Also, never leave your ship, always send it away. Not saying that everyone will take your stuff, but do not let them give a try. Love to shop, you fuck. So you can understand, like a public server, you know, it can be fun, and I have been on a public server which was called the Streamer World. It was a lot of fun. But at some point, you know, annoying people come on there, you know, people who think that all the servers are PvP, you know, they're just trying to ruin everything. So that's why it's going to be a private server in the future. Those people cannot come on there, and they are definitely not welcome. So in this case, I hope to see you in the future. If you would like to join, then you will notice a video popping up yourself, but you will have to join my Discord. And then Simtelli is saying, JB, it is very good to have you back and full of energy. Maybe you should build a trading post using World Movie Universal Studio attraction as an inspiration. Thanks for the great video. I actually think that is a fantastic idea, but I will also say I'm not going to do that on this tiny little island. What I think I want to do is, because I'm having a vacation from my home base number 2 and I don't really have anything to do meanwhile on the stream, it might be fun to make a Waterworld Movie Universal Studio attraction type of deal into the editor, and then once I find like some spot to place it, we can just place it. And maybe I will just make it with a couple different blueprints, so it's not like, hey, I'm here, let's place this thing and then enjoy your weekend. I'm just gonna think about it, but I think it's actually a fantastic idea, because I really like this whole tiny little make something stuff, right? Rather than a whole season of 100 episodes on an island. But thank you all for the comments. I really like to read and answer them. They are very important to help the channel grow. So if you don't know what to comment but you still want to help out, then you can always leave one of these emojis. So anyways, the last time we have been building this right down here, and I want to build something that is actually going to be part of this area. Now I would actually like to see if I can also do something with that area. Maybe not as big as what it is, but I've been saying that I would like to let me just see here, because the crane has like a certain radius, right? I'm going to keep in mind not to go crazy. Yeah. Okay. Something is popping up in my mind. So, the first things first, let me just get a little bit of wood. I would like to lay out the foundation and then see what I can do with that. And I do have to say, I kind of like the idea of having certain parts higher than other parts. So, I'm going to keep that type of idea. I'm just going to raise it up like that. And yeah, it's going to be like that. Yes, it is very nice. So I've also been saying I don't want to go too much overboard. I think this will be just fine as it is. So there's a little bit like, you know, left to peek around. And I'm gonna make like a door right down here. And then we're gonna make like a ladder so you can also go onto this part. And then, yeah, let me just see what I can do with that. Almost forget I have like a helicopter thing. And something like this. I think this will be enough just for the crane to, you know, rotate enough in order to have some goodies right down there. Yeah, that is not being too pretty, but I'm gonna take care in the editor that, you know, it's going to look nice. I'm gonna use probably something else in this wood. Only want to see, yeah, it is aimed out, and also that is going to be important to know, like the height. It will be -1 block, maybe something like this. So the idea here is I want to make like a second floor, that right, and then close this guy off, have a ladder going up, then I can place these poles there, that one, and then trying to make a little bit of, you know, overhanging stuff, trying to make it a bit compact, a little bit cozy. Right, and now grab this whole dude and just simple mini home. Do that. And I'm just gonna make something fun. Yeah, let me just first make it. Alright, so this is what I got from the blueprint camera. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take 2 of these guys for the color along with this. Actually, there are 3 colors present in this build. I'm just going to shove that offside. And then I'm just going to clean certain things up. And it might be handy, I'm smart, what I'm going to try to do is keep that, right? For the reason being that I can use that for underneath there. Just like that, and should not forget I should actually add in 1 extra. Yeah, add 1 extra like that. Also clean up these guys. Thing that is non-painted, I know in the adventure mode I need to. It's kind of funny. I painted this guy. Anything else can also be gone. You know, and I'm looking at it. I think it's actually good that this is 1 higher, because I believe the ladders would fit just right in, and it is good for this down here. That will be fine. I'm going to. That's a good one. Well, there are smaller blocks, right? Yeah, these tiny guys. Just drop them randomly in here, and just going to delete everything that is in here. Actually, I want to keep the roof though, so I know what I'm working with. Alright, so this is what I have, and now we can just make something fun out of it. There we go. Just delete it without those guys and this guy. Now what I'm thinking for this build is that I actually would like to have something the same with wooden planks. It needs to be, you know, see-through a little bit, and I kind of want to keep the same style. I'm thinking of it. I really like the idea of making an outpost that's in the middle of the wood there, out of dock pieces, planks, and that kind of stuff. Might also be smart. I'm gonna take this, place everywhere where it's neat, and then just put it into a group, so I'm not having any trouble anymore selecting it like that. And then I actually want to see if I can get through there. So I'm going to test this by placing a spawn right on top. There we go. Save it. Test it. Yeah, that is perfectly fine. And also for the height, I think 2 planks above my head would be, you know, just fine enough. Alright, and I have all these poles like that. That should be fine. Now, of course, over here I'm having a bit of an issue, but everything is, like I wanted to say, solvable. I'm sure if that is English, but yep, off a little bit of nonsense. So what I can do is just use very simple these guys like that. A little bit of a hole. Let's get a rope ladder out. Just test this. Not sure which way. So hard to see. Fine. Place this like that. And then I can just select all of these. Put it right on top. Select all of these. And there we have it. We have a, they call it 2-story, 1-2 type of building. You can make like a balcony and just, you know, make it a bit messy, pirate-ish. Also, what would be nice is there's a little bit of a sloppy barrier type of deal. I guess we need to make certain parts a little bit different, right? So I'm just going to delete that and then just make like something out of these guys. Make it look a little bit pirate-ish, I guess. Like it's actually a ship part. Now what I will do at the end, I'm going to, you know, take these two colors, take my color randomizer, and then just add in everything right into my build. I believe everything that's except for these guys, add them to nothing. But then everything will be, you know, randomly colorized, which will be all of the building, I guess. Any interior stuff should not be included with it. I'm just going to leave certain things open, and you know, let's say we're going to do something with that at the end. But long story short, I have an idea what I can do with that, just to decorate it a little bit. Now for down here, it's going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to maximize this piece, right? And then shove it a little bit that way and a little bit that way, so at least doesn't glitch out and it looks like it's supposed to be like that. Then turn the grid back on, move it here, first lower it, and I only have to do it in this way on the blue line. You don't have to redo the red line, that's very handy. As you know, it is perfect with sometimes. And then only with this guy I have to, well, let me just say I'm not going to move it on the red line, it will glitch, but this guy is, I will do that, place it back on his grid, not glitching anymore. Perfect, look at that, and nothing is sticking through, right? Yep, and freaking tastic. Now the only thing I need to keep in mind that this guy is on grid, or left, right, forwards, backwards, whatever. So I need to select this guy as the last. All the other ones are not on grid, and I don't want to keep them on grid, so I'll just select the last one. I have the grid on. I'm gonna copy this guy, and then everything should be fine, and nothing should be, you know, glitching out anymore. That. Oh yeah. Okay, beautiful. So I could delete this roof. I'm not going to. I actually would like to use the roof, and I'm thinking of it for his house. Would that be an idea? I do. PC. Okay. Now I also don't want all of, well, maybe it's a very handy thing actually. I wanted to say, you know, have them face the same way or with the back toward the ocean, but it might be a handy idea to do that with the looks, and you know, you don't want to sit here and have water dripping on your face or whatever. Trying to say here. Oh, I'm just gonna increase the height of these guys. Why these guys are flat. And I'm going to put it here. Yes, no, it's not on the grid. Let's put it here so you have like a little bit decorative overhanging or whatever, so it doesn't look like it is flat. Moving my hands too. But I won't touch the mic again. So in order to make an extra, turn that on, what I just did. Connect perfect. Now of course I'm not gonna show everything because, you know, making the wall with planks is something that is logic. How to do that. Something like that. Then going to lower it. And I touch offside so you don't see any glitching here. I did the same here. Yeah, you see like a little edge. But now there is no, oh yeah, there is. No, other way. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so I want to keep the height. What I wanted to do is first, you know, do this. And the reason for that is because I find it a little, yeah, you see what I mean? What I can do is just duplicate it a couple times. Select those ones and then use this one. Then I can maybe fix that thing. Now I can just tiny touch all of these up. Beautiful. And then just like that, I just fixed it up. Now of course, you know, it doesn't connect perfectly up at the back. I am going to think of something at the building though. since I already placed all of these beams. Now I can just select this one as last, save it up. Now add it. Yeah, so I don't have trouble with that anymore. Haha, this doesn't look too bad at all. I'm really loving it, what I'm building down here. Tiny, cozy, a little bit colorful, and yeah, let me just show you around this house down here. It just fits in so perfect in the corner down here, and I'm so happy that I built it out onto the storage area. I really love it. I do see one mistake though, and that is that I'm going to need to, get rid of this. There you go. All right, fantastic. So yeah, the first thing that you can see that I've also been hanging up some clothing, because clothing can add in a little bit of color, and I just like the way how you walk underneath here, making this, like a cozy little corner. And I will see what I can do more with, putting some stuff into the sky. I have been thinking though that I'm going to need to be careful not to build away like the little island itself. It should be exposed. It should really show that we are building on an island. So I'm going to need to give it some good thoughts on what I am doing here, so to take care that the island doesn't fade away for too much. Alright, so indoors, once again a little step up. I just kept it very simple. So here is the little corner where you just can sit, so handle, here's a bit of like water, and there you can have, some tea and, a little bit of heat, even though there are holes in here everywhere. Of course, upstairs a bed, just a table to put whatever onto it, put your clothing in there. Then out here, the nice balcony, just for some storage. And yeah, this was my plan. It's just, you can just sit here and put your rod out and do a little bit of fishing. That looks very nice. Of course, a little bit of stuff here. I just added the melon in here, hoping it would add some color to the scene. And then here you can, access the roof for whatever. It is super simple, and you need to keep in mind, like, at some point this is done. We're moving on with our lives. Maybe we come back here to, oh yeah, this and that, that kind of deal. And of course, I hope you guys will get a little bit of inspiration that even though you make something small, it can look pretty nice. And, like a small little project, you don't always have to build large and, do too much work to it. So yeah, if you have some ideas for that part though, then you can always let me know. I'm going to think about it too. Maybe I'm going to use the editor to add a little bit of vegetation here and there. I'm going to think how I'm going to do it. I might have a plan. I might also just, in the back, like right out here, I might add like a bit of a fencing idea. Wait until here. So with these lighter colors, to add a little bit of, a cozy type of deal. And then I want to see if I can add some vegetations down here. Maybe like a beach bed down here, and maybe I'll add one of these flamingos. And I have been saying that I want to have like a guard tower down here. I just have to see how I can implement it. Yeah, I want to see if I can do some more with the roping, maybe some lights, and then try to keep the most of the building stuff there, and then keep the island for a bit. Oh man, this is fantastic. I love it so much. Tiny little project down here. Going to need to have like a tiny little ship too. Maybe I will add a couple of sails here and there later on. See some battles out here. This is nice. I'm loving it.